Welcome in to another SR51 Media show. I am your host, Saul Aries. Hopefully you're having a good day. If you're not, hopefully it turns around for you. One of the things I wanted to get into starting up today was I wanted to show you the new layout that we're going to be using for shows going forward. Now, this layout, excuse me, went to the wrong one. This layout right here you may recognize from previous shows. This is going to be the layout format we use for when we're talking and when there's topics that we're talking about and the game is playing itself. So say hypothetically, just to explain it to you, say hypothetically, I had a few topics that I wanted to talk about, like this rumored Xbox acquisition, right? I would stay in this format and talk to you about it, which I am going to come back to when I start talking topics. I would come back to this format because what I feel it does best is it plays the game in the background in a format that you can see while also showing you all the advertisements that I want to basically have advertised, and it shows our graphics. You know, one of the things that I think is different about streams and streamers is some people have certain graphics and some people have other graphics. I think that's what actually separates you as streamers, when you can have different layouts, and when you come into somebody's video, you know, hey, I'm in a such and such video, you know, because I can see their graphics. Excuse me, let me get some water. You know, you can know, okay, I came into a SR51 Media stream because I can see the Roman style banner swirling in the background. I can see the lightning. I can see their red and gray and white, you know, brand colors, things like that. Now, this other screen, one second, this other screen here is going to be for when we're playing the game live, when we're playing Madden, when we're playing Assassin's Creed Odyssey, when we're playing Assassin's Creed Valhalla, when we're playing other games that come out later on that we want to play. We'll be playing it on this screen because, as you can see, just to explain the buttons to you, the notification buttons on the bottom right hand corner right under our logo, okay? We are SR51 Media on Twitter. That is our Twitter handle next to the Twitter logo bird. We are also SR51 Media on YouTube. So if you type in www.youtube.com/SR51Media, you will come to our channel, which I hope you will throw a like at the video, subscribe, and set alerts so that way you get notified when we do videos live on YouTube or we update videos on YouTube. Because now that this feature that I found out about has been discovered, I will be making more edited videos in this format where I just upload them for reasons I'll explain later. As you can see below that, directly below that, that is the Xbox logo. I am Salt Aries on Xbox. If you would like to shoot me a message, hey, I found you on one of your streams. Would you like to link up on some games? Maybe we can do that. Or just, you know, chat about things outside of streams that you may have questions on and stuff like that. I am open to that. Directly below that is a website logo. That is for our official brand website. If you go to sr51media.com, you will see gameplay, articles, consumer reviews that we have written, you know, consumer impressions. I like to call them consumer impressions because of the fact that we spent our hard-earned money on the products and we used them for at least a couple of weeks and we feel qualified giving our first impressions on it. Those articles do get updated later on, like impressions. Like I've been using the MacBook M1 for almost a year. I think I bought it a couple of months ago, so I would feel comfortable writing an all-around review or at least a year one review ending sometime later this year. There's reviews for there's impressions for games because it's the same way as with products. We're spending our hard-earned money, some of them 60, some of them's 100 plus. So, you know, we give our honest opinion after playing it for a while. Some of the things that I don't like that I see is people that play games for like a couple of hours when they come out and then write a review like, hey, it's a good game or a bad game. Like, most games take at least a couple of weeks to get unfolded. Hell, to tell you the truth, most games nowadays take the first couple of weeks just to, you know, get live. So when we're playing a game format, when we're not talking about topics, we'll be in this screen. And I wanted to explain that to you, what is, impressions that we do in reviews, and also gameplay videos will be uploaded there. That what I realize is some videos are showing up as not able to be played on the website. I think that's a setting correction that I have to correct between YouTube and them, and I'm going to look into it. If they do not come up, I will leave the banner up, but I don't like having things that are broken on the website. So if it does not fix itself, I'll just basically scrap those pages, and we'll just start from 2 and up, or I'll just relabel the numbers 1 and up and things like that. But it's videos from like Madden 21, and Madden 22 is out. We're making videos almost daily for it. I'm pretty sure you're not going back to Madden 21 to see how it looks. So, maybe I'll just leave it there. I'll figure it out a little bit later. So this is going to be the screen for that. Now the logo directly below that, the blue logo, is for theta.tv slash SR51 Media. We are streaming on theta.tv as well. If you don't know, theta.tv is an amazing new up and coming streaming service that we are a part of. We put videos there. We're expanding there as well. Make sure to come on over, drop a like on the video, subscribe to the channel. So I should say follow the channel. That'd be greatly appreciated. We're trying to grow our audience, our 51 Dynasties community audience there as well. I want to send a special shout out to everybody that's watching on YouTube. I want to also send a special shout out to everybody that's watching on theta.tv slash SR51 Media. You are all appreciated. We're doing this content for you, and we're trying to put ourselves in the best places for you. So what I'm going to do is, one second, I'm going to start using these screens a little bit more, okay? So just to wrap some things up before we jump into the gameplay, because I will be jumping into some gameplay. I think I can get at least possibly 2 games in. So it'll be, I'll label this it would be week 2, year 2. Because in the franchise, just to show you, we can go to the franchise window. So we're not just sitting here in the regular window. Because I'm not going to be talking for like 20 minutes where I need the game or anything like that. Just a small update. So just leaving this window here so you can see the logos and updates and things like that. Basically, what ended up happening was I'm seeing a lot online about Xbox supposedly. Oh, and just to let you know before I start talking here for a couple minutes, what we do live on SR51 Media streams is we bring the podcast to the gameplay. So we just take a couple minutes, because just to say, if I could explain it, when I was coming up, when I was young, whether it be my cousins or whether it be friends, and family members, when we went to go play the game, we would talk about football, or we would talk about basketball, or we would talk about wrestling, and these, or what's going on in celebrity world or things like that. So I realized that these topics, sports, gaming, tech, I want to keep going on a brand level. And what I do is I bring the topics to the stream. So I used to at one point stream directly the podcast directly to SoundCloud. But to tell you the truth, I kind of realized that I was splitting, me and Rosari's, Salt Aries and Rosari's kind of realized that we were splitting the audience. We were forcing you guys to have to watch a video on YouTube, and then to be caught up on the latest information, you had to listen to a podcast on SoundCloud. And most of these podcasting sites. One second, let me grab a vape here. So what happens is these podcasts have basically their own price for you guys to listen over there. You know, SoundCloud has their amount that they charge you to listen to unlimited podcasts. Spotify has their amount. But the one thing that I think I might look into later is possibly Apple. But the reason why I'm hesitant is because I like this new format that we have going. I like bringing the podcast information to the video. So when you watched the video today, you're going to get my opinions on the Xbox rumor acquisitions. You know, that's going to be the one topic I'm going to talk about. Excuse me, that's going to be the one topic I talk about, and then we're going to get into some games. So, to be honest, I like this format better, and I don't think I'm going to go back to the standard, you know, just straight up podcast embedded on a, what do you call it? Embedded on a website. One second. I don't think I'm going to go back to a embedded format on a website. I kind of like this better. You know, I feel it's better for YouTube watchers. I feel as though it's better for Theta watchers. I feel as though it's better for website watchers. You know, I think just to say a couple of words on what you think on the topic, and news comes all the time. You know, I'm pretty sure today while I'm out at work, you know, because that's what I'm stopping for. I'm going to work later on a different shift. Basically, you know, you'll be able to watch this video when it uploads and, you know, get caught up on the information and move on. Now, I might do smaller clips now that I know this feature works where you can just, you know, record for, say, 5 or 10 minutes or something like that and put it up. That may be what happens with shorter information. But typically, I'm playing the game every day or every other day or something like that. So the limit on Theta right now has me at 7 days. So there will be a new video updated to Theta. I'm going to try to stay on top of that, you know, be on top of that now, where there's a new video updated to theta.tv/SR51media at least every week. There's going to be a new video. And then with YouTube, because there's no real limit on me right now with uploads, there'll be videos there almost every day or daily. And then the website will be updated with all the videos that occur, whether they're live or edited, at least the same day or the day after. Okay, just to explain, sometimes you might come to the website and, you know, the video takes a while. So just to say, if you don't know, to make it small and quick here, Xbox is supposedly rumored excuse me, Xbox is rumored to supposedly be in the works to buy another studio acquisition. Now, first of all, I want to say that this is a rumor. Okay, this is not something that's been confirmed by Xbox or anybody at Xbox. There's a lot of streamers that are bigger than our brand and have connections to a lot of places that are reporting that this is a possible thing. But myself, what I like to say is, you know, people say take it with a grain of salt, right? I like to say be cautious, okay? Because what you can do to yourself is you can kind of hype yourself up for something that doesn't happen. You see what I'm saying? Like you put yourself in a situation where, you know, you're expecting Xbox to come out and buy Square Enix, or, you know, and have all these Square Enix games, or you're expecting them to buy, you know, like right now, the PlayStation just acquired Wolverine as a game. And just to give my opinion, and I've already said it in tweets, I feel as though the best Marvel game that was released was Marvel Ultimate Alliance: The Black Order, okay, on Nintendo Switch. Now, don't get me wrong, it's not the best as far as graphics, because of course, you know, the Xbox and the PlayStation has a higher level of graphics. But when you're talking about game playability, okay, I feel as though it's better than even a Marvel Avengers game that released on Xbox and PlayStation, because when you look close, you can play with basically all the heroes, okay? You can have a team of Spider-Man, Miles Morales, Spider-Man, the girl Spider-Man, Spider-Man, a regular Spider-Man, and Venom all running on the same team, right? Or you could assemble the X-Men, or you could assemble the Avengers. You know, it's, you know, the Fantastic Four. It's one of those things where when I look at it, and I will be broadcasting it later, I just got to repurchase the game because I kind of got rid of it, and then I missed it once I got rid of it, so I will be getting it back. But it's one of those moments where I'm like, hey, that Wolverine game is going to probably be tremendously good as far as graphics. And Spider-Man is going to be a tremendously looking game as far as graphics. But what I'm not going to let myself do is, and what you shouldn't let yourself do, is the 51 Dynasties, because that's who I'm talking to, whether it be Theta, YouTube, the website, Twitter, or TikTok or Facebook. What I'm trying to explain is you shouldn't let yourself get wound up to where, like they say nowadays, put the battery in your back, gas you up. You shouldn't let that happen where you're thinking, okay, in a couple of weeks, Xbox is going to buy WB and we going to have Batman, and we going to have Superman, and we going to have all this stuff. And then they come out and they don't announce it, and now everybody's on the line. I mean, it's going to happen to some people, but what I like to do is try to step in for the 51 Dynasties and be like, hey, this is my opinion, these are my thoughts, and you might want to think about it too, because a couple of weeks from now, when the acquisition, not saying it won't, but if the acquisition doesn't happen, now you're in a situation where you're like, oh man, Xbox doesn't have Batman, it doesn't have Superman, it doesn't. It's like, don't get me wrong, but like, just to call it fair, that Wolverine game is probably not going to see the light of day for at least 2 years, 2 to 3 years. Okay, so if we were in a situation where Xbox was gonna say, let's say basically not have a game for the next 2 to 3 years, then yeah, I'd be in a pissed off situation. But just telling you straight up, I'm more of a multi-plat player. I've kind of grown into that over the past couple of years. When I first started out, it was the Halos and the Grand Theft Autos. I shouldn't say Grand Theft Auto. The Halos, the God of Wars. I played a little bit on PlayStation, on my cousin's PlayStation. Played all the God of Wars and stuff like that. And, the Halos and what was it? Saints Row was only on Xbox back then. That's where it started for me. I'm an original Saints Row player from the OG days. And, different games like that kept me attached to it. But what was always there was the Maddens, the NBA Lives, the 2Ks, the wrestling games. And I've really gotten back into it. So what I plan on doing is shifting some of the focus from, just telling you what's coming for the channel. What I plan on doing is shifting a little bit this year. Okay, I have purchased Madden22. I'm in the works right now to think about purchasing NBA 2K. I'm going to be getting that shortly, right? There's WWE 2K coming out. I'm interested in Battlefield 2042. I think that it's a good game. I'm not going to say that, I'm definitely into it. They said they're going to have an open beta. So I think I might play the open beta and then finally make my mind up from there whether or not I'm going to get the game or not. And then, of course, my beloved Saints Row has come back. I will be there for that game when it launches, and I'm pretty sure it's going to, they're saying it's open world and stuff like that. So we'll be there. So there's a lot of games that are multi-plat that are going to keep me busy well into the summer. Okay, keep us busy. Madden, 2K. By the time you get a wrestling WWE 2K game, you got a story mode there, and then you got Battlefield possibly, and you got Saints Row on top of that. You'll be busy into the summer. So by the time you come up for air, myself, like, okay, I might need a new game or something. You're talking about possibly a new Call of Duty, another Madden, another 2K, and whatever games get sprinkled in it, inside of it. So, and Game Pass is still out there for all the games that they scoop up that maybe you didn't purchase or buy, that you're like, hey, you want to play it, because you have Game Pass. So I just wanted to say that basically, studio acquisitions are nice. If they did buy Sega, I think that would be a smart move because Sega is a mega brand. I think being able to have Sonic run across the Xbox logo or something like that would be great if that was the case. With all these other studios, I think they would be, I'm hearing Square Enix, Take-Two, things like that. So they would be great as well. But I'm gonna temper my expectations. I'm going into these conferences and things they have, just looking for updates on things that I do use, like streaming. I do use Xbox xCloud. There's a review out for that. There'll be more coming, right? Multi-plat games, making sure that like right now they have access to baseball, and they have access to baseball, all the baseball games, all the basketball games, and all the football games. So we good across the board with sports, right? A game like Saints Row is coming out, already been announced for the Xbox. I got the Series S. I'm going to get that version, right? There's no new news on Assassin's Creed, but they're getting the same sort of updates, right? So for me, I'm happy. And I would expect that you, as Xbox gamers and consumers, are happy as well. So don't get taken down by basically this news right now. And, if it happens, great. If it doesn't, you're covered because you didn't really expect it to happen. Now don't get me wrong, Bethesda, but somebody got into it. Bethesda started as a rumor as well. That's why I'm not willing to say that it's definitely not going to happen. I'm just saying that, Xbox might not want to respond in that fashion where they, go out and buy $1 billion studio just to respond to a Wolverine game from 3 years later. They got things like Fable. I'm really interested in this space game that's coming out. I hope it's like a create customizable open world type of thing. That's kind of what I get down with. But, I just wanted to take a couple minutes to at least, talk to you about the topics and the news that's out and some of the information that's coming out online so that way you're updated. So we're going to switch screens here. 1 second. All right. Make sure all levels are coming in. Everything's working. Yep, all levels are working. Okay, so we have all our stars that we traded for. The depth chart is set up. Where are we at? Weekly awards. Let's see what happened with weekly awards. Okay, I got weekly award for offensive. I'm surprised Fletcher Cox didn't get it with like 5 sacks. He had 8 tackles, so that's why they probably gave it to him. Still, they should have gave it to Fletcher Cox. So I got sacked 5 times. I had 5 carries for 5 carries for 41 rushing yards, 1 rushing touchdown, and 4 passing touchdowns. 7 to 8, 233 passing yards. So, pretty good game last week. Okay, so let's simulate. Let's play this next game. We're in the regular season. Also, what I like to do is get to this screen, right, and then back up. Because sometimes what happens is after you do your weekly simulations, there you go, upgrade players come out. So see players that could use upgrade going into the game. Let's put Drew Tranquil as, it's a little too loud. Let's put Drew Tranquil as the field general stat. Oh no, my TV's too low. Just had to grab the remote there. Okay. Play season game. 60-minute experience is about 1, so we should be able to get maybe 2, maybe 3 games in. Okay, so Tampa Bay Buccaneers are higher rated than us as it stands. We are 82, they are 84. Let's change the playbook. So we have Stephon Gilmore, cornerback. Stephon Gilmore, cornerback, X Factor. Fletcher Cox, defensive tackle, X Factor. They have Mike Evans, wide receiver, X Factor. Tom Brady, quarterback, X Factor. Devontae David, middle linebacker, X Factor. We have Devin McCourty, free safety, X Factor. They have Tristan Wirfs, right tackle, superstar. Vita Vea, defensive tackle, superstar. Ali Marpet, left guard, superstar. We have Michael Schwartz, right tackle, superstar. They have Chris Godwin, wide receiver, superstar. We have Darius Big Play Slay, cornerback, superstar. Shaquille Barrett, left outside linebacker, superstar on their end. Casey Hayward Jr., cornerback, superstar on our side. Russell Gage Jr., wide receiver, superstar. And Penny Sewell, right tackle, superstar. Oh, and also I meant to say Fletcher Cox, defensive tackle. Fletcher Cox, X Factor, best defensive tackle in the game. I feel as though. So they have, just to check their list, so they have a wide receiver. They have a middle linebacker. Is he playing middle? Middle linebacker, defensive tackle, and a left outside linebacker. Okay. And they have some wide receiver weapons. And they're the champs. So this should be a little different. Monday night prime time.
It's Madden NFL 22 on EA Sports. And the question is, are you ready for some football? It's the Bucks and the Red Dragons on Monday Sports coverage of the National Football League is on.
Let's do this. Let's do this.
A few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Tampa Bay Buccaneers and our home team. Along with Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Garden. And Charles, you take a look at our home side as we enter play here. They've been buoyed by getting 2 home games right at the start, and they come off a good victory in week 1.
And how about that defense last week? They pitched a shutout, and it's really more like a no-hitter because they absolutely dominated that game from the opening whistle.
On the other side of the field for the visiting Bucs, they come off a good win in the opener on the road, and they get a second road game here.
Yeah, the schedule makers didn't really do them any favors, but if they can win here and get to 2-0 on the road, they can be well set up for the rest of the year.
Bruce Arians, I think is his name, their coach. Let's do this.
2 teams here, each off to 1-0 starts as this one is underway on EA Sports. Take it in at the 3. And he won't quite make it to the 25. So out comes this offense to take over for the first time. And leading them out there, their 6'5" quarterback.
And he feeling good in the lead up to the season, and he proved it in a big way in week 1 with 4 touchdown passes. Had the offense moving at peak efficiency right at the start of the year. Awfully impressive.
Started off with a run.
And he'll get this one up to the 26. These are his numbers from last week's contest. 15 carries, 87 yards.
That's a good start to the season. They got the win, and they were able to establish a good running game. Nothing that just blew people away, but a nice solid base to get things started. And they expect that to get tuned up.
Go to there.
Better as the season moves on.
Escaping the pressure right. Giving 10 that time, escaping the danger, running with it and picking up a first down. Well, Charles, in the past, a lot of people called this offense one-dimensional. I think you did. Well, it was you. I'll be honest, I did. I think the fan base is hoping with this young rookie that they can put some wrinkles in this offense like we just saw.
I think you're exactly right because we did have that discussion that what we've seen in the past from them, they needed to broaden, and they have done it here. Look at what he's bringing to their offense, and now as a defensive coordinator, you've got some extra work to do to prepare for him and their offense.
And very little room to maneuver. He'll get this down to about the 39. A gain of 3, second down. It is a first
Good
A
run.
lot of eyes on him, a lot of expectation.
And he has to play well in his rookie year. Those days of coddling guys and bringing them along slowly, those days are long gone. When you're drafted in the first round, they expect you to play right away. And the community's eyes and fan base, they'll be on you the entire way.
They added a lot of talent to a roster that really needed an infusion of youth. They got a very good infusion of youth.
And they didn't really reach to get anyone as well. They stuck to their draft
Scramble game might be a little bit more what I use this game.
they were drafted and inserted them into their lineup. Partner as a quarterback, sometimes you just got to know when the clock has gone off in your head, it's time to go. Tuck it and get all you can.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And he's correct.
Good run.
For getting it inside the 35. Back-to-back nice plays, 12 yards that time and a first down. Well, one unit
Good run.
watch is an offensive line. If they keep clearing holes like that, it could be a long night defensively.
No doubt about it, because when they're in sync, as we're seeing so far, when that continuity is there, and you can see that they're playing off of each other while controlling the defensive front linebackers, you're exactly right. It could be a very long night for the defense, because someone's going to run for some big yardage.
All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10. And again this time to the tailback. And that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. He's going to rifle one deep left side.
That's right. That's right. TJ Hawkinson, brother.
His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Red Dragons have
right.
It's like he was shot out of a cannon, I would imagine. Success this early, great momentum going forward for the rest of the year.
He keeps this up, they'll soon be chanting MVP anytime he touches the ball.
Extra point by Koo, up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. So that drive, 7 plays in length.
I should have read what's activated.
And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback. First try on offense for the Bucs and their veteran quarterback, Tom Brady.
And he was terrific in the opener, threw 3 touchdown passes, and make no mistake about it, he was eager to get right back out and do it again. So I think we'll see him try to test the secondary quite a bit as this game goes on.
Bring the strong safety. They might be running to start it off.
Buccaneers here, 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. Here's Ronald Jones, first carry for the USC man.
The tackle, Devin.
Gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
They got all of us. I bunched it up. I bunched the middle too much.
Very productive. 3 touchdowns, 2 of them on the ground, 1 through the air.
And it will always be a compliment to say that a guy's got a nose for the end zone, and he sure had it last week.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. Brady gives this one out to Jones.
Nice tackle, Graham. That's right, BG. Great tackle.
Throwing is Brady on 3rd down.
Great sack. Brandon Graham with the sack.
In there to get him for a loss of 9 yards, and that also leads to 4th down.
Competition comes up in so many different ways, and right now, this unit, their competition is who's going to get to the quarterback the most times. Had about 5 sacks last week. We just saw their first one of this game.
Jack Fox out to punt here on 4th down. Deep to return is Nickel Roby-Coleman. And the win last week punted 4 times as this one's away. A 40-yard punt, no return. And out will come the offense as they take over. Back on the field comes this offense, ready for their 2nd drive. And coming up on their 2nd drive of the game, had the touchdown last time out. Now they have the football back. Chance to really seize early momentum.
Feels to me like they had a really excellent week of practice. It all came together, but I'll bet you it got galvanized in the locker room and pregame. Somehow I think the head coach, his oratorical skills were on point.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. Flush to his right. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. He'll get 8 on the scramble there. It'll be 2nd and a couple. Hands it off out of the gun. Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. He got maybe a half yard at most, but officially they'll be left with a 3rd and 2. And he will be very close to
Go get it.
down, but I see the close fist of the referee. And that means
That's right.
they only needed a few inches, but still some anxious moments there, but they do convert on 4th. He's going to have the hook up to
Oh,
inside the 15 before they drop it. It's a gain of 35.
thought he was gonna outrun him.
After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. Set for the 2nd quarter, San Diego in possession of the football as they've got it with a 1st and 10.
That's right.
Just a terrific run there, Charles, from a running back who is so compact and powerful, and that strength was on display there.
And as a former defender, I can tell you with certainty, those are the ones that
Them replay angles in this new one is nice.
to be in that film room on Tuesday going over that one. Just a pretty poor effort defensively, and it leads to a big play.
True able to connect on the extra point, and that'll make the score 14-0. That time a 6-play drive, and it's capped off by a 13-yard touchdown run. Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. And this will be a touchback, so they'll bring it out to the 25. Tampa Bay, they're getting ready to set up shop here for their second drive. They're staring at a 2-touchdown deficit, 14-0 the score as they regroup with first and 10.
Then jumped out on them early.
Brady gonna throw. That's caught by the big tight end, O.J. Howard. And he's upended at the 33 following a big pickup of 8. A good
This is our year, I know. Trying to make it our year.
Nice rhythm throw there on first down. He located his tight end, made a nice easy pitch and catch.
hoping he can break a tackle or two. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage. Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33. Now Brady. He sets up the screen to Jones.
Oh, it was a screen.
They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
When you're struggling on offense, you're looking for anything possible to get you going. Sometimes you're doing like basketball teams that don't normally press. You put a press on them, bring people to life, make them move a little bit quicker. Maybe that'll help them as they head towards the half.
Brady's throw there, incomplete. 2nd and 10. Again, that throw with Brady. And he finds Howard complete. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. That one a gain of 20 and a first down.
When you get a big tight end like this, sometimes it takes more than one man to bring him down. Oftentimes, your best bet, just jump out and hold on and wait for your teammates to arrive to help get him on the ground.
Brady's throw there complete. 7 yards to pick up there.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs, as we just saw there.
Well, the jet sweep is his downward, and this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1. But defensively, they had that one pretty well figured out.
Yeah, one of the things about this play, it can be even more effective when you run a lot of motion, and there's plenty of times you don't hand it off.
They'll try to run for it with Jones.
Great tackle. Great tackle.
This defense is really fooling around in the first half. They've gotten to the ball carrier before they can really get started. Offense has to come up with something else in order to try to get this
Devin McCourty stepping up with the tackle. 1-on-1. That's right.
So true, and that's when it's really difficult because defensively you can have a game plan and try to account for all the things you've seen on tape, the way they
One sec.
run their plays, even his running. But when it's a play where you just can't really say, okay, that's how the play's supposed to go, what they call broken plays, that's when the X and O doesn't work. That's when their Jimmy is better than your Joe.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. Steps away to his left. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Nothing open downfield. He keeps it himself for 11 and a first down.
Man, defensively, that hurts. They got him out of his
Got that first. Got that first.
but somehow he was able to tuck it away and get away for a gain.
They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. Back to throw now on first down. Eluding the pressure right. This one caught. It's the tight end Hawkinson. It is out of bounds, but not before.
That's right, TJ.
Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last 2 plays.
A nice throw right there. And Charles, this is game number 2 in the NFL for this young rookie. His guys getting the victory last week, and he played pretty well by most accounts. Curious, what did you see?
I saw something similar to what you described, Brandon, because I saw a guy who looked the part, a guy who was in command, not just with the touchdown passes, but definitely looked to be in control of the offense as well. And you and I both know that's often uncommon for a rookie quarterback.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. Back to throw. And his throw's going to be incomplete. Intended target on Allen Russell Gage. And it's second down.
That was a classic example of trying to run with the ball without securing the catch. He was thinking about those rack yards instead of making the catch first and then taking off.
He'll try again with the arm here on second down. This is
Hawkinson again. Let's go.
T.J. Hawkinson with his second touchdown of the game, 4th of the year. And the Red Dragons are able to widen their advantage. Well, this offensive unit, they were solid in the opening week victory, and now they are looking just as sharp here in week 2.
And that's exactly what you want.
They're going to give him the middle of the field, man. I'm going to put it on him.
As the season goes on, I know it's still early in the season and a lot can
I'm looking for my wide receivers, but they're kind of covered right now.
be fun to watch each and every time out.
Extra point by Koo, up and good. And it makes the score 21 to zip. Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. And he'll just take a seat in the driver to get it to 25-yard line. The Bucs ready to take over once again. And some dangerous territory. Already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here. An inability to put any points up. This one might be
All right.
by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive.
Oh, nice deflection.
And last time I looked, it's still the first half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here, but you also don't have to go ahead and force everything either.
Brady will try again on second down. That's caught by Howard. And he's upended at the 33, following a good pickup of 8. Now they got to get to the line quickly. Brady looking to throw on 3rd and 2. And he's got a man. It's the tight end Howard complete. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds.
Caught me on a blitz.
Third down and short yardage, you're thinking of throwing your tight end. It's just going to be a simple chain move. But this time they let him roll down the field. And a nice dunk
Brady up. Brady in the zone now.
inside.
Damn, get to him. Get to him.
Brady on target there to Godwin. They'll contain him to just 4. Second down. And quickly they get to the line. He finds his tight end Howard. That's complete. Now the Bucs going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a tick under a minute to go before half. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Now Brady again.
We'll take that.
Evans, but that pass is intercepted. Picked up by Casey Hayward. And they will finally stop him as he's down to the 40-yard line. Well, we've seen a lot of mistakes here in this first half, and another there on the interception.
Yeah, they're certainly starting to pile up, aren't they? Because, let's face it, we expect a miscue here and there. But
That's right, Casey.
and still giving the ball away. If they want to get back into this one, they've got to take care of the ball because right now the way they're playing doesn't say a whole lot for their chances.
Now out comes their leader, and the captain of this offense, back onto the field. And he's been good. 2 first-half touchdown passes, no interceptions so far.
Does a lot for your confidence. Does a great deal for your team. Gives them a lead, and they're feeling really good about how they're playing. I think he expects to throw at least another one.
I was going to say, now he wants the first-half hat trick, doesn't he?
Oh, without a doubt. Go ahead and fling him on the field, folks. He wants that type of celebration.
Flushed out right, and he fires one incomplete. Devontae Smith, the intended receiver. And now it's 2nd down. Back to throw here. Nothing open downfield. He keeps it himself for 11 and a first down. Now a timeout called for by the offense, as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half.
Let's go.
They'll look to throw now on first down. Escaping the pressure right.
Ooh,
That's Devontae Smith.
that was dangerous.
Now another timeout called for by the offense, as the clock will stop with 33 seconds to go in the first half. Second and 1. Flush to his right. And he is out of bounds. Looks like right at the 15. 5 yards on the scramble, and that's enough to pick up the first. Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. They'll set up a throw. Buying time is going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Now the offense will burn their 3rd and final timeout, as the clock will stop with 21.
Let's just put the field goal up on.
First half.
Because I don't know if we got enough time to get back to the line.
And this one is right through. And the route is on. It's 24-0. So the turnover leads to points as they add 3.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, what a sequence there, and a nice one for them. They force the interception, put together a little drive, and then come away with 3 points. Nothing to it, partner. Just do it.
And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25. And this offense trotting back onto the field. Let's turn our attention here to Ronald Jones. And for him, it's been pretty limited involvement. Down on the scoreboard, maybe time to turn to this guy.
You know me well. Winning games to me means starting with the running game and continuing to press the running game. Maybe you go away from him a little bit now, but the bottom line is he hasn't touched it enough to make a difference.
They haven't established that running game yet. The question is, will they? Maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here's 2nd and a yard from the 34. Now Brady. Drops it to Jones in the flat. 2 yards, good enough for a first. It's been a very one-sided game so far. They got to change what they're doing right now, don't they? You can't wait until the halftime speech to make an adjustment.
No, you can't, because if you're doing it right, you're adjusting from serious to serious, and they need a big adjustment here to try to put some points on the board.
And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout call. The final shot before half for Brady. And they'll let one go deep for Howard. And this one is going to be off the
Good
mark,
defense.
too far out in front. So we've come to half.
All right, let's see what's going on around the league. We're in week 2, year 2. When I started the relocation team, I didn't play for none of the games with the Lions. So that's why we're in year 2.
Brandon, thanks very much. Welcome in, everyone, to our EA Sports halftime report. Let's get you caught up on what's going on around the NFL. We'll get started down at Hard Rock Stadium in Miami, where you see the final score there. Aaron Jones, well over 100 yards on the ground with a pair of touchdown runs. From there, we'll keep the Florida theme going as we head north to check on the Jags at home in Jacksonville. And they were losers in that one as they fall to the visiting Tennessee Titans. Ryan Tannehill, 3 touchdown passes as his guys moved to 2-0 on the young season.
They won by 1 point.
On our nation's capital to see what's happening with the Washington football team at home.
Washington beat New York
And they were winners in that one over the
49ers beat the Seahawks. Broncos almost beat the Cardinals.
as his guys make amends
Browns beat the Ravens.
in week 1.
Eagles beat the Texans. Yeah. Fly, Eagles, fly.
Look at the next gen stats in the first half for Tampa Bay, and they didn't get a whole lot accomplished through the air in those first 2 quarters of play. They'll need to up their game if they want to rally all the way back. Meanwhile, for our home team, we check out their numbers on the ground as they'll try to keep the momentum going into the second half. These 2 coaching staffs likely going through their final adjustments for the second half. One of these teams is going to
Throw short, boost short, run, boost double, move, fake, faster, pocket, execution. Run inside. Defend short pass. Because he's short pass killing us.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. So after a very
Oh, shit.
first half, what will the second half bring as we are back underway on EA Sports? They were solid on the field goal, but not as solid on the kickoff there. And that put them at the 40-yard line to start this drive.
And that drives coaches insane.
I couldn't see coming out. So it's all right.
Plus, you're giving up yardage.
On first down, Brady. And that will get you off target and incomplete. And the passing windows are just
It's one thing about Brady. When he see that defensive coverage coming, he'll throw the ball away.
What a top 10 defense can do. They can really change the game tempo and frustrate you as you try to execute offensively.
to throw once more on 2nd and 10. Brady toward the center of the field, but it's incomplete. Mike Evans, the one he was looking for. And that'll make it 3rd down. He's had trouble finding open receivers all game, CD, and that's because really there hasn't been any. This defense has been all over him.
Yeah, they're one of the better defenses in the league, and every time I talk to someone around the NFL, they all say the exact same thing. They're so fundamentally sound, it's hard to execute against them.
Great defense.
Well, this is just a continuation of what we saw in the first half. So much for the fresh start to begin the 3rd quarter. Still off-target throws, no rhythm throwing the football, and obviously no touchdown scored in this game.
Call that a punt of 38 yards officially. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the second half. And they split the uprights last time for 3. They've got the lead. They're not going to play this conservative.
Oh, I was trying to hit him with the. I was trying to lure the defense to me and then hit him with the pass.
I like the way you're thinking because you're exactly right. Trying to sit on a lead and play that way, that doesn't work too well for most teams. Run your offense. Run what you do best. Exactly. Put it all the way down.
Go! That's right. 71 yards. He was juking about their boots. Look at this. Still wondering why I spent the early. He gonna miss this. I'm gonna miss this. Who cares? He got a 70-something yard run. Our rookie running back is doing 79-yard run. Doesn't even matter. All the kicking thing disappeared, so I'm just gonna have to kick it light. All kicks are gonna be off. Because the something that happens in new Maddens where the kicking cursor disappears, so we're not gonna be making no field goals. We're going to beat them on touchdowns, and we already up. He might be bringing a run for this 2 yards. Ah. He's Trying to keep him from getting that first.
Continues. It's a first down.
Well, they certainly haven't been able to get him going and establish the run, so I think it's time to abandon that plan and start chucking it all over the park. And you know who's excited about that? The defensive front. They got to just pin their ears back and get after him now.
And after getting tackled, he's still down and looking very slow to get up. While the training staff takes a peek, we'll take a break. So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. Now they'll throw with Brady. To Evans on the slant.
Mike Evans on the slant.
Inside the 30. Brady to Evans that time. First down Tampa. To throw, it's Brady. The left side completion to Jones. And he'll be out of bounds, able to get it down to the 25 there. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down. To throw is Brady. That's complete to his receiver.
Almost got to him.
And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19. Brady finally Godwin there for a Buccaneer first. Into the red zone, it's Brady. Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Evans. And he'll be out of bounds, taking it.
He throwing to the corner a lot because you know if he throw it in the middle, we're gonna take him.
That will go as a pickup of 7 on the 7th play of the drive. 3 yards remain for 2nd down. The give is to Jones. And he'll only get a yard to bring up 3rd and 1.
Well, their opening in the second half is better for him than the first half. They've got to find a way to get him going. He's a big part of their offense.
This will be play number 8 here on the drive. It's 3rd and a yard. They'll go again to Jones.
I gave him the middle. Okay.
His 4th touchdown on the year.
Yeah, I don't think he got it.
And now before the ball changes hands, they're going to take a look
He was short.
to make sure that they have it right. The thing that they'll be looking at is the spot of the football. And this is always such a tough one for officials to get exactly.
He didn't get it.
Not just because of how fast the game's going, but just trying to get the right sight line to the football. That's not always easy. We'll see what they decide here.
So that challenge a successful one. Working from the gun, it's Brady.
Ah. Had to play the run. He went for the pass. I was covering the run.
This is where having a sure-handed tight end becomes a luxury, and it pays off big time, especially when the defense sells out against the run. He finds himself open for an easy touchdown.
The Bucs ready for the kickoff. And here we go. It's in the air. Fielded just outside the goal line. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. Still operating with a comfortable lead despite the score a moment ago as they begin 1st and 10. Rolling to his right. And I think that one might have been intercepted, but he will be ruled out of bounds.
Ooh.
This will go only as incomplete. The intended target, T.J. Hawkinson. And that'll bring up 2nd down.
Ah, put him in a bad position.
Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. They'll look to throw here. Eluding the pressure right. This is Smith with the ball. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield.
Mm-hmm.
Pickup of 28 yards.
Now that's all about making something happen as a quarterback, because instead of forcing something on 3rd down, how about him buying some time outside of the pocket, waiting for someone to come open, and when he did,
Trucked him. That's right.
for a big play and a first down.
1 quarter remains.
You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now here on EA Sports. A lot of happy faces in the crowd at this point as our guys have a big lead here to start quarter number 4. And he'll give it here to his running back. And a nice run there, going to take this close to the first down marker at the Bucs 37. It's a 5-yard gain, but they'll still be a yard short here with third down now looming.
Go get it. You got use check backing you up. Go get him.
And again this time to the tailback. And he's able to get it to the 33. Good enough for a first down. Give him the third down conversion. 5 yards on the play. The carries like that, that's how they're going to continue to solve this.
Let's get the coach's goal. 20 more yards.
A new set of downs. Clock continues to move. No better way to close out a game than to tap those mastodons you have up front. Say, guys, keep pounding them. Let's keep the ball, keep their offense on the sidelines, and let's close this out.
And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 142 yards on the ground for him now as he's gotten better really as the night's gone on.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with, and throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they needed a big run, a first down, he's the
Goal completed alert.
and it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
So from inside the 20, here's first and 10 at the 18. From the gun, he'll hand this off. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. 10
All right, good run.
No doubt those are the types of carries they're looking for here, Charles. The lead in the fourth quarter. This is when coaches who have a reliable running game breathe a little easier on the side.
So he put on that break tackle. He broke 2 tackles just now.
That means they're really counting on that offense
Shrugging off defense, pushed him off.
taking care of the football. Because you're going to tell your quarterback, hey, no time to be a hero. We're not going to throw it here. Just eat up that clock. And if you have the ball,
All right, he's tired.
Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. Flushed out right. And that is caught at the back.
Too high.
Right there to say incomplete. Nothing on first down, so the ball remains at the 8-yard line. Second and goal. He'll look to throw. Escaping the pressure right.
It was covering y'all, so he gonna miss it. He gonna miss this kickoff too.
So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. Mistake there. The kick off out of bounds.
The kick marker disappeared. There's nothing I could do. They're just gonna have great field coverage.
The Buccaneers in good field position here to start out first and 10 at the 40. Shotgun now for Brady. Over the middle, he finds Godwin complete. And he'll get it out to midfield. It's spot it right at midfield at the 50.
it's a nice completion, a little run after catch as well to create the yardage that they got. But it is so tough to cover that route, the drag route, because they run it at varying speeds. Because the key is to create hesitancy on the defender's part.
Always so empathetic for those DBs.
Almost intercepted.
Brady is incomplete. Evans once again the intended receiver. And it's third down. From midfield, here's Brady. And it's a short one.
He went over the. He went over with the short pass. I thought he was gonna come with the run for the 3rd and inches.
Get the third down conversion. 12 yards on third down as the drive rolls on.
Brady in the zone right now, boy.
Throwing on first down is Brady. Pass incomplete.
At this point in the game, they've got to continue to try anything they can. They're still working
I see Stephon Gilmore over there in the zone. Get him. Damn. Couldn't get to him. Oh, that's Devin McCourty in the zone back there.
So it's Buccaneer football as we welcome you back. They're looking at second down now as they search for a consolation score. From the 17, Brady looking for Goodwin again. He's got him once more. And the Buccaneers are going to have a first and goal as the tackle is made about the 5. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down. From the gun, it's Brady. And it's caught. And he'll be brought down on the edge.
Play defense to the end, boys. Defense to the end. Last time he went over our heads. He went to the corner. Basically. We're going to do what we do. We're going to go down there. We're going to play big, and we're going to put more points on them. Come on, get this back.
Take it down to the 42. They give him 4 yards there. It'll be second and 6. And he'll take it inside the 40 to the 39-yard line. 3 yards on the pickup. That's going to set up an interesting third and about 4 to go. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. 4th quarter, you got the big lead. If you're coaching, Charlie, you still taking shots like that downfield?
He going to get a good kick on this one. Damn. I could have pinned him deep. Just couldn't get to it. Cover the field. They go into the air. That's right. We done beat them. This is over. Had a bad kicking day, but that's about the only thing that we need to improve. Great defense. Big play. Slay. We'll take that. Who put the hit on him so we can see who put the hit on him? Was it Cates? Reed from the top side. Get our running back more yardage, man.
To the 35 now as they come up on 1st
That's victory. Week 2. We got him.
And when you break it down, this was just a thoroughly dominating performance.
Got him. 36-14.
That we'd have a tight game coming into this one. I think you felt the same way based on our conversation after the production meeting, but obviously not the case. And how about just how it broke open? You just all of a sudden, whoosh, there it is. This thing is pretty much done. And the crowd stayed with it to celebrate because they're like,
I got pressured more than Brady. He wasn't even under. We couldn't even get to him like that.
So for the home team here, they use the favorable early schedule to their advantage as they move to 2-0. And they will hit the road next week to take on the Tennessee Titans. Meanwhile, for Tampa Bay, they'll fall to 1.
So in week 3, the Titans will be up. Our middle linebacker, B.J. Walker's doing well. Let's put this on Field General. See, he went up 2 points. Field General makes you awareness, tackle, man coverage, play recognition, stuff we need. 1 second. So, we have players ready to negotiate. What I do, if anyone's new to the stream, what I like to do is I like to pay the players ahead of time because I think we're going to have, just to let you know, players like Fletcher Cox and Stephon Gilmore, right? Like Gilmore won $17 million, Fletcher Cox wants 20. Fletcher Cox in my previous season ended the season with like 20 sacks, right? Sack leader, right? Defensive player of the year, everything. Stephon Gilmore was averaging like 2 or 3 interceptions per game against quarterbacks that are not like Tom Brady or Patrick Mahomes. So their contracts are going to go up. They're going to want more as they develop better as players. Like right now, they're just in the 94s and 93s. But when we get closer to the playoffs, these guys will be humming at like 97, 98, close to 99. So I'm going to come in here to Stephon Gilmore. He won $17 million. Here's the thing. We're going to hit him with the 2 year. It's going to take us below. We're going to hit him with the 2 year. $35 million. No, we know we got him for 2 years. That's a good offer. I'm glad we got the deal done right there. It puts us below $100 million. But what I like to do at the end of the year, just to give you the numbers, I have it written down so that way we don't do anything weird. What it is so at the end of the year, if we get into the playoffs, I put back $50 million into the team just because I feel as though they would have made that, over the course of the playoffs. If they go to the NFC title game, they get $60 million. If they go to the Super Bowl, they get $70 million. And if they win the Super Bowl, they get $100 million. So I would have more money in the offseason going into free agency and going into trading and re-signing because the contract will come back to me. It's like a tax write-off in a sense. you sign the players, but then what happens with NFL teams, merchandise sales and different things equal up where they get money back. So with Fletcher Cox, he wants $20 million. So once again, I hit him with the 2-year for $5 million, $40 million. That's a good offer. I'm glad we got the deal done. So he's signed, right? And then we have $69 million. This is where you get into different players like, say, T.J. Hawkinson's a definite sign. Davis is a definite sign. Tavion Young, Brandon Graham is a definite sign. But then what I might do, like Gus Edwards, you see how these guys that want to wait till week 11 and stuff, I might hold off their contracts. Like T.J. Hawkinson, I don't want to lose him, so he would get his contract. And then everybody else probably, and then BG, I'll hit him with his contract. But like Colin Kaepernick wants like $17 million a year. I don't know if I'm going to pay that. You know, these contracts may wait to the end of the year or week 17 when I know if we're in the playoffs and I can put the money back, you know, for at least making the playoffs. So that's all we had to do there. We got 24 points. Let's put it on our staff. Let's put it on the coach. See what he has to offer. All players on team count as scheme fit during training. Okay, I need one more point, so I'm going to hold till I get the one more point to put on that. And so far, yeah, this is where we're going to stop this stream. So this is going to be labeled. This is going to be updated to theta.tv/SR51media. It's going to be updated to www.youtube.com/SR51media. And it's also going to be put on SR51media.com, our official brand website. Just a reminder, we are SR51media on Twitter. I am Salt Airs on Xbox. When you come into the channel, if you're on Theta, hit us with a follow and a heart. That'd be greatly appreciated. And on YouTube, if you could like, subscribe, and set alerts so you're always notified for new content, that'd be greatly appreciated. This has been an amazing stream. Can't wait to come back to get more done. Peace.